she sings our national anthem.
Our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And welcome to another edition of Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action between the 6-6 Yorkton Cardinals and the 8-2 Swift Current Indians. Cardinals third in that WMBL East Division with that 6-6 record. The Swift Current Indians alone at the top. We got a full house here tonight as a lot of minor baseball players have been invited to check out this game between the Swift Current Indians and the Yorkton Cardinals East Division matchup. Luke Wiecek gets the start for the Swift Current Indians. Wiecek has been dynamite for the Swift Current Indians, 2-0 in 2 appearances. He's worked 12 complete innings, allowed 7 hits, no runs allowed. He has struck out 9 and walked 5, ERA of 0 for Luke Wiecek. The Swift Current Indians home opener starter. He had a win against Moose Jaw, and he also was the pitcher in the 1-0 second end of a doubleheader win in Melville a few weeks ago. So far so good for Luke Wiecek, the big right-hander on the bump for the Swift Current Indians as he gets the start. For the Yorkton Cardinals, they're going to lead off with Garrett Fort, a .250 hitter. In their lineup, Fort, McFarland, and Clapperton due up here in the top of the first. It's Ryan Schweitzer, happily bringing you the action here at Mitchell Field in Swift Current. 17 degrees Celsius at game time, that's 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind is blowing out of the south at 19 kilometers an hour. That is 12 miles an hour for our American friends. So a little bit of a breeze, a little bit of a tailwind going out to left field here that Luke Wiecek and the Swift Current Indians will have to deal with. It's Wiecek throwing to Bodie Cooper behind the plate. Kyle McDonald at first. Nick Poirier is the second baseman. Alec Humphreys, the league's hottest hitter, at shortstop. Culver Plant playing third base. Left field, former Yorkton Cardinal Liam Goodall. In center field, it's Shane Doki. And in right field, TDB, Thomas D. Bonville. So Garrett Fort set to lead off for the Cardinals. .250 hitter on the season. 10 hits in 40 at-bats. He's walked 8 times, has 4 RBIs. Struck out 7. And he leads the Yorkton Cardinals in the hit-by-pitch statistic. He's been plunked 3 times. Wiecek goes after him with his changeup, and that'll be strike 1. A no-doubter, right at belt level, right across the plate to Garrett Fort, leadoff hitter for the Yorkton Cardinals. Out of Ankeny, Iowa. Fort gets resourceful and tries to drop a bunt down, but that hits foul. And now 0-2 the count to Fort. Righty pitcher against a lefty hitter here. Daniel McFarland on deck, .278 batting average as Ford hits a high hopper right back to Wiecek, and he'll field that for the textbook 1-3.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 14, Daniel McFarland.
So one down here in the top of the first inning on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Last night's rainout game between these two teams will be made up tomorrow night, so we hope that you'll be able to join us for that one, and we're hoping for a beautiful night as well for you to come to the park. First pitch to McFarland. Strike is called. 0-1 the count. McFarland, right fielder for the Cardinals. .278 hitter on the season. As that pitch gets away from Bodie Cooper behind the plate. 1-1 the count. 4 balls, or 4 strikes and 1 ball. The count on Wiecek so far. 1-1 with 1 away here. Pitch is just a bit out, 2-1. as Luke tries to get McFarland to chase outside. Two 1 pitch. Strike is called, even things out at 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, dropped by Cooper. He'll pick that up and throw the run out at first.
And that is a JDX
strikeout number 1 for Wycheck.
Now batting, the designated hitter number 24, Billy Clapperton.
Wycheck's 10th strikeout of the season, as he's in his 13th inning of work. 2 away here, nobody on. Wycheck and the Swift Current Indians defense. Quick work of the Cards so far. Big 24 delivers to Yorkton's number 24, Billy Clapperton, their designated hitter. Clapperton fouls that off. 279 average on the year for Clapperton. 5 ribbies. Wycheck, no doubter for a strike. That'll make things 0-2. Luke going right after these Cardinal hitters. Top of the first inning. 0-2 pitch. Clapperton swings defensively and fouls that towards the on-deck area for the Cards. Count remains 0-2. Luke wants to have a quick powwow on the mound with his catcher, Bodie Cooper. Just a real quick exchange of verbiage before Cooper heads back to crouch behind the plate and prepare for an 0-2 pitch against Billy Clapperton. Clapperton out of Calgary. One hopper skips over top of him. So now count 1-2. 2 away. Wycheck fires inside. 2-2. Three and 2 as Luke continues to work Clapperton inside. Wycheck not quite as handsome as he was when he came to Swift Current. He took a stray ball in a batting practice to the face not long ago, but showing no ill effects. But he's going to walk Clapperton here. He got ahead of him 0-2 and then threw 4 straight balls.
Corey Canterbury.
So 2 down and 1 on. Billy Clapperton on base. Corey Canterbury, the left fielder for the Cards. One of 3 guys on this Yorkton squad hitting above 300. He is Canterbury. 11 hits in 36 at-bats. 1 home run on the year. And he leads the Cards with 7 RBIs. Man on for him is Clapperton. Canterbury will foul that off. And the abundance of Swift Current children taking this ball game in will chase that down.
For every ball returned to the student gear booth tonight.
So 0-1 the count after Canterbury fouls off. Swift Current 8-2 record. I know Joe Carnahan and the coaching staff are happy with that. They've only had 4 home games. So out of their 10 games, only 4 at home and an 8-2 record. So a good start for Joe's team. They're 1-1 against the Yorkton Cardinals, splitting their roadie to far out east as Canterbury swings ahead of that Wycheck changeup. Count is 1-2 to the left fielder for Yorkton. One-two pitch coming up here. As Wycheck. Change up high and inside. Cooper can't find it, and that's going to give Clapperton ample time to scamper to second base. Some high heat just off the top of the glove of Bodie Cooper, and that advances a runner into scoring position. So 2 quick outs for Luke Wycheck and the Swift Current Indians. Now the Yorkton Cardinals changing things up a little bit with a runner in scoring position with 2 away. 2-2 the count to Canterbury. Wind picks up a little bit, blowing out to left. Pitch low and away, blocked by Cooper. And 3-2. First baseman Jacob Kusch is on deck for Yorkton. Shot by Canterbury, hit into the outfield. Shane Doki in center gets underneath that baseball, and he makes the catch. That does it for the Yorkton Cardinals. They'll strand one as Canterbury flies out to center. So one stranded, no hits. Top of the first is in the books. The Tribe will be on the sticks when we return with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Release your stress in hot tub heaven at Living Sky Casino. Swipe daily for a chance to win a 2016 Beachcomber hot tub valued at over $11,000. Collect points for extra entries every Sunday night from 6 to midnight. Grand prize draw happens June 28th at 8 p.m. You must be present to win. Calm your senses in hot tub heaven this June at Living Sky Casino. Live it up. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up. Use your game sense.
Welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer at Mitchell Field in Swift Current. The 6-6 Yorkton Cardinals against the 8-2 Swift Current Indians. Cardinals are going to start Gavin Collins on the mound. He's had a good start to the season statistically. In 2 starts, 12 innings of work. He's allowed 10 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. He is second in the WMBL in strikeouts right now. He's struck out 18 hitters. He's walked 7. He's 0-1 with a 3.75 ERA. So the Cards with a guy on the mound that throws strikes and throws a lot of them, as he has retired 18 via strikeout. Swift Current Indians are going to go Shane Doki, Alec Humphreys, Nick Poirier in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless tie so far. Swift Current gets their first crack at Gavin Collins.
Number 6, Shane Doki.
Collins, right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 205, out of Camp Verde, Arizona. Shane Doki on the year, hitting .282. Has walked 6 times, been hit by a pitch once. First pitch to Doki is ball 1. Alec Humphreys on deck, more on him as he gets closer to his at-bat. As Doki launches one into left field, hit back, and a round tripper for Shane Doki.
Home run for Shane Doki.
Okie dokie, a 1-0 Tribe lead. A solo bomb from Shane Doki as he brings the crowd to its feet. Doki's first dinger of the year as the native of Howell, Michigan, high-fives his teammates. That's how you get a baseball game started offensively. 1-0 lead for the Tribe. Bottom of the first as Shane Doki saw something he could drive and went yard on that offering from Collins. So quick 1-0 lead. Alec Humphreys at the plate right now. Humphreys hitting .605. And normally when you hear of a hitter in this league hitting .605, you think that's a small sample size of hits. But no, Humphreys has played all 10 games for the Tribe. 23 hits in 38 at-bats. Pitch catches the inside portion of the plate for strike 1, 1-1 the count. Humphreys with a .605 batting average. The next closest in the league behind him is Bruce Yari in Okotoks. He's got a .448 average on the strength of 13 hits. So Doki 23 hits to lead the league. As for his Swift Current Indians teammates, Shane Doki just had his 12th. with that home run. So if Humphreys gets a hit in this at-bat, then he'll have twice as many hits as the next closest guy on the team. Guy from Tarleton State, the native of Midlothian, Texas, has been good. However, he's going to get underneath one and hit a high fly ball to second base, and that'll twist in the wind and is eventually caught by Chance Wheatley.
Number 3, Nick Poirier.
So Humphreys flies out to second base. Nick Poirier to the plate. 4 hits and 14 at-bats. This will be his 4th game as a member of the Swift Current Indians. Gavin Collins throwing to Hunter Hiskey. Jacob Kusch at first base. Chance Wheatley at second. Caden Roschold is the shortstop. Third base for the Yorkton Cardinals is Dylan Borman. As Collins winds and delivers to Poirier. Strike 1. Outfield, Carter Canterbury in left. Garrett Fort in center. And Daniel McFarland patrolling right field. 0-1 the count to Nick Poirier out of San Ramon Valley, California, as he sends that over top of the backstop.
Foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the student gear booth to get a Looney.
Watch for cars, kids, as that baseball is hit towards 19th Avenue and Swifty. Gavin Collins. He induces another foul ball from Poirier. So 0-2 the count to the Tribe infielder. Culver Plant on deck for the Swift Current Indians. Heart of the Swift Current Indians order, a big part of their 8-2 record. Pitch inside, just above the shoelaces of Poirier. Plant 0 for 5 in his Swift Current Indians debut, but now hitting .462. Came within a triple of hitting for the cycle against the Brooks Bandits when the Swift Current Indians went to Brooks less than a week ago. So 2-2 pitch. It's a 1-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Poirier is going to single up the middle as he sees something that he can hit. Runner on at first.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino. The third baseman, number 11, Culver Plant.
So Culver Plant's turn. .462. He's getting set for his 4th game as a member of the Swift Current Indians. 6 hits, 13 at-bats. 2 doubles, a home run, 3 ribbies on the season. He's walked once, struck out twice. Nick Poirier at first. Poirier 0 for 1 in stolen base attempts on the season. 1 away. Plant at the plate. Good crowd on hand at Mitchell Field to check this one out. 2 Saskatchewan division rivals, Swift Current Indians and the Yorkton Cardinals. The Twin Cities of Saskatchewan. 2 very similar cities, one in the southwest corner of the province, where we are now, and Yorkton, way out east. Yorkton is the easternmost team in this WMBL. 1-1 the count with 1 away, and Poirier on its second. Fastball for strike 2. Just high enough to be a strike. And 1-2 the count to Culver. Snap throw over to first. Poirier is going to dirty up that uni to stay safe. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here. 1-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians on the strength of a leadoff home run from Shane Doki. Shot to left field, Doki's first of the season. Plant reaches at that 2-2 pitch, fouls it off. Liam Goodall, left fielder in the on-deck area. 1 down here. Poirier at first. Collins delivers. Plant fouls that off of himself. Chops a one-hopper into his lower body. Count stays at 2-2 to Culvert. Righty on righty matchup here. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. I think Plant expecting something with a little bit more gas on it. And Gavin Collins, second in the WMBL in strikeouts, gets his 19th of the season at the expense of Culver Plant. So Liam Goodall to the plate, playing against his former team. One-time member of the Yorkton Cardinals. Runner on at first. Nick Poirier still over there. Goodall awaiting the first pitch from Collins. Liam shows bunt. Doesn't quite pull away in time. That low offering, and 0-1 the count to Liam. Goodall 262 on the year, 1 home run, 8 RBI. Opposite field shot, that'll be a single for Goodall. Nick Poirier rounding second, galloping hard to third. He better get down. Throw just a little bit off target. Poirier in safe. Goodall with a single that advances the runner all the way to third.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 9, Thomas DeBonville.
So Thomas DeBonville will try and keep things going for the Swift Current Indians with 2 out and 2 on. 1-0 lead for the Tribe, and the Indians looking for more here. Nick Poirier galloping to third base. Gutsy base running by Poirier. That's a wind-aided throw from right field from McFarland, but just a bit off target. Runners on the corners. First pitch to Thomas DeBonville is strike 1. DeBonville 368. This is his 6th game of the season. 7 hits, 19 at-bats. 3 RBI on the season. Opportunity for some more here for DeBonville. A native of Silverthorne, Colorado. Swings one. Hits it into right center. That's going to drop. 1 will come in to score. RBI single for DeBonville. Liam Goodall advances to third. 2-0 Tribe.
Now batting, the catcher, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
So an RBI single for DeBonville. 2-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Bottom of the first. Good start for the Tribe. Tribe 8-2 opened up the year playing a lot of baseball. However, the past week the schedule's been a little bit lighter for the Swift Current Indians. They played in Brooks last Thursday, and then they had Friday and Saturday off. Home game against the Weyburn Beavers on Sunday, and then Monday off, and then last night off in impromptu rain-out fashion. So 2 games in the last 6 days for the Swift Current Indians. First pitch off speed to Cooper, or second pitch rather, 1-1 the count. Thomas DeBonville at first, Liam Goodall at third. DeBonville singling home a run moments ago as Nick Poirier came in to make it 2-0 for the Tribe. Sun comes out. In motion is DeBonville. Great hop on that, and they'll throw to third. Keeping Liam Goodall in check, so the force is taken out of the equation. Open bag at first. One and one the count here to the catcher, Bodie Cooper. Cooper 273 on the season. Ball 2. So some early run support for Luke Wycheck, starting pitcher for the Swift Current Indians. Considering Wycheck's ERA coming into this game, then 2 could be enough. 3-1 the count right now to Cooper. As Collins Fires that pitch just above the letters. 3-1 count. Kyle McDonald, first baseman, is on deck. Cooper with a shot. Fair ball down the third base line. One comes in to score. Two are going to come in to score. Bodie Cooper will hold up at first base, an RBI single that cashes in two, and it's 4-0 Tribe. Great start for the Swift Current Indians.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 13, Kyle McDonald.
So Swift Current all over Yorkton like a chubby kid on a Smartie here in the first. Kyle McDonald's turn. 8th hitter of the top of the first, or the bottom of the first, rather, for the Swift Current Indians. Strike is called. Bodie Cooper. That was his 10th hit of the season. Cooper, of his 10 hits, 7 of them doubles, as McDonald fouls that into the backstop screen. Thought Bodie may go for extra bases, given the fact that he drilled that right down the line. But hey, single brought in 2 runs. We're not going to argue about style points here. He got the job done, scoring runners from second and third to make it 4-0 for the Swift Current Indians. Shot by McDonald, and that'll go right into the glove of Caden Roshold at short. So McDonald flies out to short. Swift Current Indians, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 left on, 4-0 Tribe after 1 complete inning. We'll be back with the top of the second and the Tribe in the field behind Luke Wycheck when we return with Full Line Ag Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suites Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
So the Yorkton Cardinals down 4-0. Already doing a little bit of mix and matching with their lineup here as they're going to bring Luke Wilkinson in to hit where Jacob Kusch was. So pinch hitter Luke Wilkinson comes in. Jacob Kusch not even getting a chance to swing the bat in this one, as it was a 3-up, 3-down, or a 4-up, 3-down, rather. Top of the first inning. So Wilkinson comes in, and he strikes out. Strikeout number 2.
Strikeout for Luke Wycheck. Now batting, the Swift Autobody Beer batter, the catcher, number 7, Hunter Hickey.
So second strikeout of the game for Luke Wycheck is he takes care of Wilkinson. No small feat. Wilkinson having a good year thus far in Yorkton, hitting .314 coming into this game. Native of Bree, California. Luke Wycheck got to be feeling good with 4 runs of support Heading into the top of the second inning here as the Tribe put up 4 in the first. Hunter Hiskey to the plate, catcher for Yorkton. Hiskey fouls that down the first base line. Hiskey a respectable .290 in the young season. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Righty pitcher against a lefty hitter, and that'll one-hop Bodie Cooper and sneak behind him. Count is 2-2 now with 1 down. Third baseman Dylan Borman is on deck. 2-2 pitch with 1 down. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Cooper drops it, throw to first, will erase the runner. Another strikeout for Wycheck. Struck out the beer batter too, that's huge.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 23, Dylan Borman.
So 2 up, 2 down, both via strikeout. Dylan Borman, third baseman to the plate for Yorkton, .256 hitter. Borman this season has struck out 11 times. That's the third most on the team, behind Wilkinson and Clapperton. Mention that because Wycheck and Fan Borman will have struck out the side here in the second inning. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. He's behind him right now, 2-0 the count. Wycheck sets and delivers. That's fouled off, 2-1 the count. Two away, wind blowing across the field as Wycheck delivers the 2-1 in the dirt. 3-1. Chance Wheatley, second baseman, on deck for Yorkton. Ground ball. Sounds like the bat broke. Culver planted third base, in the glove and over to first. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning as Borman grounds out to the third baseman. Luke Wycheck strikes out 2 and relies on the 5-3 for the third out of the inning as the Tribe make quick work of the Yorkton Cardinals in the top of the second. Bottom of 2 coming up. 4-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians, and we'll be back with more Full Line Ag Indians baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Solo home run to lead off the second. The Swift Current Indians have solo home runs to lead off consecutive innings, and it's a 5-0 lead. Just as we're coming back from commercial, Remo goes deep. 5-0 Tribe, his first of the season. Second home run of the game for the Swift Current Indians. And so far in this game, everything coming up Tribe. Riemann 226 on the year, his first home run. And top of the order, Shane Doki. And Doki's going to bunt one down the third base line. Throw way over top of everyone. And Doki will head to second base as Yorkton fishes that out of their own bullpen.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 4, Alec Humphreys.
So Shane Doki, who hit a nuke the last time he was up, this time gets tricky and bunts his way on base, and he'll reach via the E5 as the third baseman charged that and grabbed it barehanded. So Alec Humphreys to the plate. Humphreys, 0 for 1 thus far. That drops his season average to .590, and that'll get a piece of Alec and hit him in the leg.
Now batting, sponsored by Full Line Egg. The second
Gavin
baseman,
Collins
number 3,
arguing
Nick
that one made
Boyer.
contact with Humphreys, and Bryn Biancalana is just going to come out of Yorkton's dugout and ask about that as well. But Humphreys, hit by a pitch, gets himself on base. Alec showing bunt. Nick Poirier singled and scored in that 4-run tribe first. It's now 5-0 for the Swift Current Indians as Austin Riemann went deep to lead off the second. Shot by Poirier, foul.
Foul ball. Running get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a Looney.
So the Swift Current Indians, with such a great start to the 2016 campaign, only playing their third game in 6 days, which has really been a change of pace from a really busy 2 weeks for the Swift Current Indians, but they managed to keep their rhythm going here, leading 5-0, bottom of the second inning against Yorkton. Poirier ground ball, potential double play. Nope. Second baseman kicks it, throws to first, and they do get the out.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 11, Culver Plant.
Ground ball hopped up on Chance Wheatley, but he maintained his composure and got the out at first. However, runners do advance to second and third, and Culver Plant to the plate. Plant 0 for 1, striking out last time he was up. 2 on, and only 1 out. Plant chops that low fastball foul. 0-1 the count to Culver. Gavin Collins preparing himself for pitch number 39 here in the bottom of the second inning. Check swing by Plant, and he gets a piece of it and sends it into foul territory. And a 0-2 count to Plant. So 1 1/3 innings of work for Gavin Collins, and he's about to throw his 40th pitch of the ball game. And it's a called strike 3 as he catches Culver looking. Second strikeout of the game and 20th of the season for
Now
Collins.
batting, the left fielder, number 25, Liam Goodall.
Goodall had a 2-out single the last time he was up to really kick the tires and light the fires on that Swift Current Indians 4-run inning. As the Swift Current Indians scored 3 subsequent runs after Goodall got the train a-chugging. The ball just fouled out of Mitchell Field. So Goodall with 2 out and 2 on, trying to find some 2-out magic in that lumber again. Breaking pitch. Liam fouls that off. Situation has us situated at 0-2 to Goodall. Got her best dress on, got a freezy. Life is making sense in Swift Current for that fan. Ground ball by Goodall. Rusholt has it at short, in the glove, and over to first. And did that take him off the bag? No, it didn't. Out at first. Joe Carnahan's going to come out of the dugout and protest that. But Liam Goodall, third out of the inning, as it looked from here that the foot was significantly off the bag. And Joe's going to go for a jog and just debate that call. That does it for the Swift Current Indians. They're going to strand a couple. Top of the third coming up. 5-0 lead for the Tribe. More run support for Luke Wycheck in the form of a solo home run by Austin Riemann. We're back shortly with Full Line Ag Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Simon Auto Sales. Large enough to make a difference, small enough to care. With almost 100 vehicles to choose from, let them show you the Simon Auto Sales difference. One lucky winner will be relaxing this summer on a 2016 pontoon boat and trailer valued at over $40,000 in Upper Creek. From now till June 29th, swipe your Players Club card daily for a chance to qualify every Wednesday at 8. If you're there when your name is drawn, you'll get $500 cash. Grand prize draw Wednesday, June 29th at 8 p.m. Use your game sense.
Wheatley.
Chance Wheatley for the Yorkton Cardinals, leading off his first at bat of the game. Wheatley, number 8 hitter in Yorkton's lineup, 243 batting average on the year. Luke Wycheck with some heat on that fastball, throws ball 1 just a little bit outside. Wheatley, Rusholt, and Garrett Fort, 8-9-1, due up for the Cardinals. There's a shot, hit to Humphreys at short, in the glove, 6-3 whammo. That'll do it for Wheatley as he grounds out to Humphreys.
Shortstop, number 17, Caden Rosholt.
Top of the third inning. Luke Wycheck, 36 pitches thrown thus far. Caden Rosholt, number 9 hitter for the Cards. First pitch ball. Rosholt, 345 batting average to lead the Cardinals. Number 9 hitter with a 345. Opposite field shot, could be trouble. Poirier and de Bonville both after it. It is Nick Poirier who ventures into the outfield of the grass and makes the catch.
The center fielder, number 5, Garrett Fort.
So Caden Rosholt flies out to 4. And now Garrett Fort to the plate for Yorkton. Leadoff hitter. Top of the order for the Cards. First time they've turned their order over as we are in the top of the third inning. Cardinals' only base runner of this game was a walk issued to Billy Clapperton in the third inning now. Pitch catches the outside corner of their strike zone, 0-2, as Luke Wycheck goes right after the top of the order. 7 hits allowed in 12 innings by Luke Wycheck in his previous 2 starts. Ford steps out of the batter's box and bears down. Count 0-2 against him. Wycheck with that hard fastball winds and delivers one in the dirt, blocked by Cooper. 1-2 count. Wycheck 1-2 pitch. Hard foul ground ball by Fort. Daniel McFarland on deck, 2 away here in the third. 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Solo home runs by Shane Doki and Austin Riemann have helped them to that 5-0 lead. Ground ball hit to Poirier in the glove over to first, and that'll do it for the Yorkton Cardinals as Garrett Fort grounds out to the second baseman. Well, the last 2 innings, the Swift Current Indians have had leadoff home runs. We'll see if that trend continues when we return with the bottom of the third inning. We'll be back momentarily with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suites Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
Leading off for the Swift Current Indians, the right fielder, number 9, Thomas DeBonville.
Thomas DeBonville with a tough act to follow, as the Swift Current Indians, we touched on it a second ago, have led off both the first and second with leadoff home runs. Shane Doki led the game off offensively for the Swift Current Indians with a solo home run, and then Austin Riemann did it again in the second. So Thomas DeBonville, see if he can keep that game within a game going, that streak. DeBonville hitting 6th in the Swift Current Indians batting order. .368 ever. DeBonville launches one into left field. I was kidding. And a foul ball. Thomas DeBonville, a rocket off the bat head. Well, maybe we take this whole 3 consecutive leadoff home run thing a lot more seriously, as DeBonville just showed that he's got the pop in his bat and the wind at his back to do it. 5-0, the Swift Current Indians lead it. 1-1 pitch to DeBonville after a very long strike from Gavin Collins. There's a shot. Fly ball. And the catch is dropped! Oh, they're going to rule that it was in the mitt long enough, I guess. All right.
Now batting, the catcher, number 5, Brody Cooper.
So DeBonville flies out to the second baseman after a rocket off the bat. Brody Cooper in front of a changeup. High fly ball hit by Cooper. That's hit to deep left. High fly ball just hung up there forever, and finally under it and making the catch is Corey Canterbury in
Now
left field.
batting, the first baseman, number 13, Kyle McDonald.
So Kyle McDonald to the plate with 2 away and nobody on. 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians, bottom of the third inning. McDonald flew out to short the last time he was up, which ended a 4-run first inning for the Swift Current Indians. McDonald takes a big cut with cruel intentions. Strike 1 the call. Bottom of the third inning. Gavin Collins. 2 strikeouts thus far. He had 18 coming into this game as McDonald off the handle of the bat, foul.
Foul ball, running at that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
So that was pitch number 50 of the game for Collins. 51 is over top of everyone. 1 and 2 the count. So the 1-2 with 2 away is Collins. McDonald, ground ball, hit to Roshold short, in the glove, throw over to first. And McDonald is retired via the 6-3 as he grounds out to the shortstop. So nothing doing for the Swift Current Indians. 3 innings in the books, top of the 4th coming up, 5-0 still the score in favor of the Tribe. We'll be back shortly with Full Line Ag Indians Baseball.
Yorkton Cardinals.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
And as we come out of commercial, Daniel McFarland tries to bunt his way on base, but is retired via the 1-3 as that's scooped up by Luke Wycheck.
Billy Clapperton.
Billy Clapperton at the plate. Clapperton at this stage represents the only blemish against Luke Wycheck in the Swift Current Indians defense as he walked in the first inning. Other than that, the Cards haven't had any base runners. We're in the top of the 4th now as Clapperton fouls that off. So 0-1 after a foul ball. Wycheck. Fastball up. 1-1 the count. Wycheck winds and delivers. Low and away. 2-1 the count to Clapperton. Swung on and missed. 2-2 as that evens things out. Big hack from Clapperton. Clapperton 279 on the year. 2-2 pitch. Curveball called strike 3. Haven't seen that curveball much from Luke Wycheck, but he threw it for a strike to Clapperton and caught him looking.
Luke Wycheck. Now batting the left fielder.
Strikeout number 4 of the game here in the 4th inning for Wycheck. Good start for Wycheck to the season, as he was 2-0 coming into this game. 12 innings of work. And so far, so good in the WMBL for this right-handed pitcher for the Swift Current Indians. Wycheck from Mountain View, California, West Texas A&M. Facing Corey Canterbury. Canterbury 297 on the season. Foul ball. Canterbury flew out to center the last time he was up. It's a 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Tribe 8-2 coming into this game. The Yorkton Cardinals 6-6 in this young season. 2-1, 3-1 count now to Canterbury. Luke Wycheck throwing to Bodie Cooper. 3-1 pitch. Canterbury gets a piece of that and fouls it off. Full count now with 2 away. Top of the 4th inning, 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. And a thank you very much for joining us for another edition of Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians Baseball. Wycheck deals. Ground ball. Hit to Culver Plant. And the big third baseman throws a strike all the way across to his counterpart, Kyle McDonald. So Corey Canterbury grounds out. Top of the 4th is in the books. 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Bottom of 5 and the Tribe on the sticks when we return to Full Line Ag Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000. Try your luck at Smoke Signals. The progressive jackpot will be awarded before it hits $2 million. And right now, it's just over $1 million. Any spin can win, and you could be Sega's next millionaire. Check out other progressive machines, Life of Luxury, and Rider Nation. Live it up at Living Sky Casino. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Use your game sense.
Five 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. It's Full Line Ag Tribe Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer at Mitchell Field in Swift Current with the wind blowing out to left field and picking up a little bit. Tribe going 9-1-2. Austin Riemann, 1-for-1 with a solo dinger the last time he was up, as he homered in the bottom of the second to give the Swift Current Indians a 5-0 lead. So Riemann representing the last run that was scored in this ball game. 250 average on the year for Remo, native of Ohio. 1-0 count, righty on righty matchup here. Riemann checks his swing, gets a piece of it, and sends it towards Yorkton's dugout for strike one in this count. Top of the order, and Shane Doki on deck. Doki and Riemann, the home run hitters in this game thus far for Swift Current. Riemann hits one to left field, and making the catch in left is Canterbury. First out of the inning.
Center fielder number 6, Shane Doki.
So Shane Doki, who's got himself a home run, and he reached on error the last time he was up, now takes another turn at the plate. Doki laid down a bunt after that Riemann home run and got on base via an E5. It was thrown over top of the first baseman. So a dinger and reaching base via error the night so far for the Swift Current Indians leadoff hitter Doki. Doki now hitting .317 on the year. He's out in front of a changeup. And now the count 0-2. One of the league's best strikeout guys on the mound, Gavin Collins, starting pitcher for the Yorkton Cardinals. He's got 2 thus far, both against Culver Plant. Ground ball, hit to third, and a nice play at first base by Wilkinson on the throw from Borman that was coming in hot, a one-hopper.
Now batting, sponsored by Excel Buff Lines, the shortstop, number 4, Alec Humphrey.
So Doki grounds out to 5, as he's erased via the 5-3. Alec Humphreys to the plate. The league leader in batting average. has flown out, and he was hit by a pitch the last time he was up as he showed bunt and took a stray fastball in the ankle area. First pitch to Humphreys is at the letters for ball 1. Ground ball by Humphreys. Bobbled at third. Borman picks it up, throws to first, and they do manage to get Humphreys. And that'll do it for the Swift Current Indians. Some early fireworks in this ball game, but things have since settled down a little bit. Top of the 5th we go. 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. We'll be back shortly with more of Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Simon Auto Sales. Large enough to make a difference, small enough to care. With almost 100 vehicles to choose from, let them show you the Simon Auto Sales difference. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suite Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
Welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Luke Wycheck and the Tribe with a 5-0 lead, top of the 5th inning, as Yorkton leads off with Luke Wilkinson. Wilkinson didn't start this game, but came on to pinch hit in the top of the 2nd. Struck out the last time he was up. Luke Wycheck thus far with the Swift Current Indians, 4 strikeouts in this one of those against Wilkinson. 1-0 count to the Cards' first baseman. Pardon me, that was a 1-1 pitch, now 2-1.
Foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
Pitch number 58 from Wycheck here in the 5th. Curveball, Wilkinson hits it to Culver Plant. Foul ball is the call as the home plate umpire says nope. That bounced on the wrong side of the line, so Wilkinson gets another chance as that would have been a 5-3. Luke Wycheck throwing to Bodie Cooper, Kyle McDonald at first, Nick Poirier at second, Alec Humphreys at short, Culver Plant is the third baseman, Liam Goodall in left, Shane Doki in center, Thomas DeBonville in right field. 1-2. He went around, yes he did, and another strikeout for Luke Wycheck. Second of the game against Luke Wilkinson, 5th of the game for Wycheck. Wycheck coming into this game, 9 strikeouts in 12 innings pitched. And so far, he's 5 strikeouts in 4 1/3. Ball's fouled off. Swift Current Youth will chase after that stray baseball. Fouled off by Hunter Hiskey, now batting for the Cardinals. Hiskey 0 for 1, another strikeout victim for Wycheck. Umpire's going to get some fresh baseballs from AK, the Swift Current Indians bat boy. Oh, 2 count. Curveball And just missed. Look good from here, but the man behind the plate has a better view of those than I do. 1-2 the count. Easy to be an armchair umpire. 1-2 pitch, fastball, that's in the dirt, and we'll even things out at 2-2. Ground ball, hit up the middle, and that's going to be the first hit of the game for the Yorkton Cardinals. It took them 4 1/3 innings to do it.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And other than a walk, the first blemish to Luke Wycheck. A no-hitter through 4 1/3 here for Luke. So Dylan Borman to the plate, who grounded out to third the last time he was up. Hit into the backstop. Nothing in 1 count. Chance Wheatley in the on-deck area. Borman hitting .250 on the year. Pitch is just a bit out. Nope. Strike is called. All right. Curveball from Wycheck. Just a little bit out. Wycheck was a steady diet of fastball change early in this one, but he's starting to throw that curveball into the mix a lot more as this game gets longer. Fastball this time around. There's a shot hit deep to right center. Thomas de Bonville is underneath and makes the catch. Hurries that throw into the infield. So Borman flies out to right.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 3, Chance Wheatley.
Chance Wheatley's turn. Wheatley 0 for 1, .237 average on the year. 1 on and 2 out here in the 5th inning. A 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer happily bringing you all the action between the Tribe and the Yorkton Cardinals. 2 teams that'll do it all again tomorrow night as well. Last night's game rained out, and both teams with an open Thursday, so it'll be an extra night stay in Swift Current for the Yorkton Cardinals. And rather than doing the doubleheader tonight, we'll do 2 full 9-inning games. As Wycheck throws a strike, 0-2 the count. Hunter Hiskey on at first base. We're in the top of the 5th inning, and he represents the first hit of the ball game for Yorkton. As pitch in the dirt, Cooper finds it. So the Cards have only had 2 base runners. First inning walk to Billy Clapperton, and then a 5th inning hit. Hiskey in motion, curveball's in the dirt, and sliding in uncontested at second base is the runner. Deuce is wild to Wheatley, the number 8 hitter in Yorkton's lineup. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. Five 5-0 lead. Count goes full now, 3-2. Three-two pitch with 2 away in the dirt. Second walk of the game surrendered by Luke Wycheck.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 17, Caden Rosholt.
Number 9 hitter Caden Rosholt. He's the highest batting average on this Yorkton team. The shortstop hitting .333. So 2 on for him here. Top of the order on deck. And Garrett Fort. Luke Wycheck, 2 away. Looking for that third out with 2 on here as that's fouled off. So Wycheck, 2 walks and a single. That's all he's allowed against the Yorkton Cardinals thus far. However, 2 runners on here with 2 away in the 5th. Fouled off. And Wycheck ahead of Roshold, 0-2 the count. Yorkton Cardinals with a runner at second, the closest they've come to home plate here as we sit in the top of the 5th inning in this 5-0 Swift Current Indians lead. The 0-2 from Wycheck. He winds and fires. Roshold hits that into foul territory. No one's going to be able to get a handle on that. As that foul ball exits Mitchell Field. Some folks on the patio down the third base line maybe thinking of taking a run at that. It's a loony for every foul ball in Swift. Curveball, that's it. Strike 3 as Luke Wycheck goes to the curve and takes care of Roshold.
Strikeout for Luke Wycheck.
Strikeout number 6 on the game for Wycheck. Cards get the first hit of the ball game for their team, and they strand a couple. Bottom of 5 coming up. 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. We'll be back in just a bit with Full Line Ag Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Go to the souvenir booth to claim your prize from Lynn's Plumbing and Heating. And congratulations to Greg Targerson, the winner of the East Point gift certificate, courtesy of the Hearing Place. Leading off for the Swift Current Indians, sponsored by Full Line Ag, the second baseman, number 3, Nick Poirier.
Nick Poirier leads off for the Swift Current Indians in the 5th. Poirier, thus far, 1 for 2. First pitch to Poirier, just dribbles past the catcher. Poirier with a single. He grounded out to second the last time he was up. Single and a run scored thus far. .563 batting average for Poirier in his 4th game with the Swift Current Indians. He's been a good find for the Swift Current Indians. Nick's father, Dave, a lifelong friend of Harv Martinez. Former Swift Current Indians coach who led the tribe to 9 WMBL championships over a 14-year span. Baseball legend in Swift Current. And Dave Poirier, lifetime friend of Harv, and his son Nick spending a summer in Swifty. Two and 1 the count to Nick. On deck, Culver Plant. Shot by Poirier, fouled off.
Chance that's the Standard Motors foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
Two and 2 the count. Shot by Poirier. That will find some vacant grass in left field. We'll hop up on the left fielder Canterbury, single for Poirier.
Sky Casino, the third baseman, number 11, Culver Plant.
So Nick 2 for 3 thus far. As he continues to flirt with 600 for a batting average. Culver Plant to the plate. It's a 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Culver has struck out his previous 2 at-bats, the cleanup hitter for the Tribe. Nobody out and 1 on here. So Culver's going to take another crack at Gavin Collins, starting pitcher for the Yorkton Cardinals. Collins with 18 strikeouts coming into this game, second best in the WMBL. He's got 2 this game, both of them at the expense of Culver Plant. Want to know the count. Collins, fastball. Culver puts it into play. They're going to try and turn 2, 4, 6, but not quite the 3.
Now batting,
so Plant will reach on a fielder's choice. And Liam Goodall to the plate with 1 on and 1 down. Goodall 1 for 2. 273 average on the year. Culver Plant at first base for Liam to work with. Goodall, check swing and a potential double play again. 4-6, but Liam will get there in time. So back-to-back fielders' choices for the Swift Current Indians hitters as Plant is erased at second base. Wheatley to Rosholt. Couple of 4-6 outs, and Thomas de Bonville now for the Tribe. De Bonville 1 for 2. He's got an RBI this game and a single. Gets his marching orders from Eric Dorton in the third base coach area. Tribe assistant coach, Doherty. Lets him know what's up. Liam Goodall at first. Goodall in motion. And he will slide into second base uncontested on the high fastball. So a stolen base for Liam Goodall and the Swift Current Indians, advancing a runner into scoring position. Stolen base number 3 on the year for the Indians left fielder, Goodall. Pitch in the dirt. Liam stays put. Goodall now part of a 3-way tie for the team lead in stolen bases with 3, along with Alec Humphreys and Thomas de Bonville. 2-0 count to de Bonville. That pitch is low, 3-0 to Thomas. Collins hit 70 pitches earlier this inning. Sitting at 73 right now. 3-0 to de Bonville. Forthcoming. Called strike on the fastball, 3-1. Liam Goodall at second, Bodie Cooper on deck. Three-one pitch. De Bonville, shot to right field. Negotiating with the wind and making the catch in right is McFarland. And that'll do it for the Swift Current Indians. They'll strand one. 5 complete innings in the books. The umpire says, turn the lights on. And we will head to the top of the 6th with the Tribe in the field when we're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000.
Well, we're celebrating our third Rider Nation Progressive Jackpot in the last 2 months, just under 2 months. So we're really pleased to have our winner here and his friend, and celebrate with them and present the check to them. It went off, and what happened? What was the experience like?
Exploded and I died.
Yeah, you did
No, I
mention
was excited after. Took a while to sink in.
We're really excited for the Rider Progressive machine here, slot machine here. It's very popular, and hopefully, you never know, you might be the next winner.
The center fielder, number 5, Garrett Fort.
Top of the order, as Garrett Fort leads off for the Cardinals. Fort 0 for 2, grounding out to the pitcher and grounding out to second in his previous 2 trips to the plate. Luke Wycheck entering inning number 6 of work for him. He's only allowed 1 hit thus far, and he's walked a couple. So the Cards have not had an abundance of base runners against Luke Wycheck and the Swift Current Indians. Tribe playing fundamentally sound D behind Wycheck as well, as the big right-hander winds and throws a fastball in the dirt, blocked by Cooper as he put his person behind that, and 1-2 the count. Fort 238 coming into this at bat. Lights are warming up at Mitchell Field. 1-1, fouled off. Cards in their road blues, Tribe in their home whites. These 2 teams will do it all again tomorrow night, and we'll have that game for you with Full Line Ag Indians baseball, as that pitch breaks slow and pops away from Bodie Cooper. So 2-2 the count. Fort leading off here. Fort, McFarland, Billy Clapperton due up for the Cards. A 2-2 pitch, 3-2 now. Ground ball. Kyle McDonald watches that hop foul past him down the first baseline. Count remains 3-2. Pitch number 85 of this ball game for Wycheck. There's a shot that will find some open grass. Single for Fort. He's 1 for 3 on the night.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 14, Daniel McFarland.
Dan McFarland, D-Max to the plate. 0 for 2, striking out and grounding out to the pitcher, Wycheck. Quick pickoff move to first by Luke. Runner again is checked at first. One more for good measure. Leadoff hitter on for the Cardinals. And they've done their homework on Fort. 9 stolen bases this year. 9 for 10 stealing bases. He swiped 9 and only been caught once. So Swift Current Indians well aware of what Garrett Fort likes to do when he gets himself on base. And Fort in motion right now. And Bodie had to double clutch that ball and was unable to get the throw off. So stolen base number 10 in the young season for Garrett Fort, as he does exactly what everyone expected him to do. Puts himself in scoring position now with nobody out. Count 1-1 to the hitter McFarland. Shot by McFarland. Hit into center field, and Shane Doke negotiates with the wind and makes the catch. That ball zigged when Doki was expecting it to zag, but he made a good play to stay on it and get the first out as McFarland flies out to center
Now
field.
batting, the designated hitter, number 24, Billy Clapperton.
So Billy Clapperton now to the plate. He's walked and been caught looking. 1 out, 1 on for the Cardinals. Clapperton thought about swinging at that curveball that dropped low and outside. Holds off, and the count is 1-0. Garrett Fort at second base for the Cards. Fastball from Wycheck, strike 1. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Wycheck with 6 strikeouts thus far. We're in the 6th inning. Top of. 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. One-two pitch from Wycheck. Ground ball. Hit to Plant. Plant has to double clutch the throw and has it fall out of his glove. And it'll be an E5 for Clapperton.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 15, Corey Canterbury.
So now 2 on and 1 out. Corey Canterbury, 289 hitter. Canterbury 1 home run, 7 RBI on the season. Hitting .306 coming into this game. He's gone 0 for 2 thus far, which has brought him down to 289. And Julian Soucy is going to come out and have a quick chat with his starting pitcher, Luke Wycheck. Julian Soucy, the first-year pitching coach for the Swift Current Indians. Infield will come in, and they'll have a talk about the situation with 1 out and 2 on. 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. They'd like to keep it that way. Wycheck's thrown 93 pitches. So Canterbury at the plate. 1 out and 2 on. Wycheck, pitch in the dirt, blocked by Cooper. 1-0. Swift Current Indians warming up Aiden Goodall in their bullpen. The 6'6" righty from Nanaimo. Wycheck, high and inside. Moving Canterbury off the plate. High fastball with plenty of chat on it. Two-0 count. Swing and a miss. The always seductive high fastball for strike 1. Luke Wilkinson 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts is on deck. 1 away here, 2 on. Top of the 6th inning, 5-0 lead for favor of the Swift Current Indians. Tribe win gives them a 9-2 record on the year. Cardinals 6-6 coming into this one. Strike 2 is the call as Wycheck's fastball pounds the zone. Luke Wycheck saying no twice. Fastball, and looks like Luke lost his footing a little bit on that pitch. And thus it came in a wee bit off target than perhaps where he would have liked it. So 3-2 the count. with 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the 6th. At game time, 17 degrees Celsius, the temperature here, that's 63 Fahrenheit. Hit high into left center. Shane Doki says, I got this, and makes the catch for the second out. As Canterbury flies out to Doki in center. 2 away now.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 4, Luke Wilkinson.
Luke Wilkinson up to the plate. Wilkinson 0 for 2. Wycheck's had his number, striking him out in both of their previous exchanges. Wycheck about to throw his 100th pitch of the ball game here. And it's a fly ball. Maybe a play for Bodie Cooper, and just unable to grab that baseball close to the screen. Cooper will adjust his paraphernalia and settle back down for the 0-1 pitch. Two out and 2 on, 5-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Cards just looking for some offensive sign of life. Another shot by Cooper. It's at the backstop, and this time Bodie makes the grab. Wilkinson does the bat flip of displeasure as he flies out to the catcher, and the Yorkton Cardinals will strand a couple. 5-0 the lead for the Swift Current Indians. The bottom of the 6th coming up. Full line Indians, full line egg. Swift Current Indians baseball resumes after this.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Simon Auto Sales. Large enough to make a difference, small enough to care. With almost 100 vehicles to choose from, let them show you the Simon Auto Sales difference. This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Release your stress in hot tub heaven at Living Sky Casino. Swipe daily for a chance to win a 2016 Beachcomber hot tub valued at over $11,000. Collect points for extra entries every Sunday night from 6 to midnight. Grand prize draw happens June 28th at 8 p.m. You must be present to win. Calm your senses in hot tub heaven this June at Living Sky Casino. Live it up. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up. Use your game sense.
Gavin Collins gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings, but since then has settled down for the Yorkton Cardinals. As the Tribe enter the bottom of the 6th inning. Nothing new on the scoreboard since Austin Riemann hit that home run in the bottom of the 2nd. 5-0 lead for the Tribe with the lights on at Mitchell Field. Bodie Cooper, ground ball hit to Caden Rosholt. One hopper to first base to take care of Cooper via the 6-3 as Bodie grounds out.
Baseman, number 13, Kyle McDonald.
K-Mac to the plate, 0 for 2. McDonald hitting 200 on the year. Canadian first baseman for the Swift Current Indians. Made his Tribe debut in Yorkton when Swift had that 4-game road stand, 2 games in Yorkton, 2 games in Melville. Tribe won 3 out of 4 of those games. Indians with a 6-2 record after 10 games. Now they've played 4 games at home and 6 on the road, so going 8-2 with that kind of a schedule is something that'll get the coaching staff, Joe Carnahan, Eric Dorton, and Julian Soucy smiling. 2-0 pitch is in the dirt as K-Mac takes the first 3 offerings, and 3-0 count to McDonald. Austin Riemann on deck, who's 1 for 2 with a solo home run. Gavin Collins doesn't walk a lot of guys. However, he's going to give K-Mac the free pass to first as McDonald is walked in 4 pitches.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 32, Austin Riemann.
So Austin Riemann, who found himself out of the Swift Current Indians lineup for a few games, emphatically checked back into it with a solo home run, his first at bat of the game. 1 for 2 with that solo tater. Kyle McDonald at first. Fastball, Riemann hits it into foul territory. Doesn't look like anyone will be able to get to it in time.
Foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loop.
As that foul ball exits Mitchell Field in the patio area. So Gavin Collins and the Yorkton Cardinals. Strike 1 for them. As Riemann digs in. Runner on at first. 1 away here. Top of the order and Shane Doki on deck. Riemann and Doki both with home runs this game as that fastball gets away from Gavin Collins. Collins has really slowed down that pitch count over the past few innings as well. .82 pitches thrown this game by the Cardinals starter. Touched up a little bit in the first 2 innings, but he settled into a bit of a groove since then. He's kept the Swift Current Indians off the board, and kept his pitch count manageable. Now in the bottom of the 6th. Off-speed pitch for strike 2. One and 2, the count to Riemann. 1 away. Collins delivers. Riemann, well hit ball out to left field, hit back, and that's going to 1-hop the wall. Kyle McDonald will gallop to third base. Austin Riemann at second, a double for Remo.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT, the center fielder, number 6, Shane Doki.
So a home run and a double for Austin Riemann. That ball just rocketed off the bat head to left field, over top of Canterbury in left. He played the hop off the wall. Kyle McDonald galloping all the way to third base. Riemann standing up at second with a double. And we're going to take a little bit of a pause here as Bryn Bien Kalana, the coach of the Cards, is going to make his way out of the dugout. And that may be it for Gavin Collins. Cards do have someone warming up. And yep, Bien Kalana will take the baseball from Collins. And he will head towards the Cards dugout. Collins 5 1/3, allowing 9 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. He struck out 2 and walked 1, whilst facing 27 Swift Current Indians hitters. Cardinals go to their bullpen, and they're going to summon... ask my wife's opinion on this name. She's got the Ukrainian heritage out of the 2 of us.
Yorkton Cardinals, number 26, Max Bedricki.
Bedricki, okay. Well, PA announcer Colin Powers says Bedricki. We're going with that. If he's wrong, we're in it together. Right-handed pitcher Bedricki warming up for the Cards. Bedricki, whose last name looks like a Scrabble play run amok. 2 innings of work. He's allowed 1 run, struck out 2, walked 3, ERA of 0. So 1 run, but it was not earned in his 2 innings of work. That's what we can tell you about this right-handed pitcher that comes in, Bedricki, out of Bolingbrook, Illinois, University of Illinois Springfield. 6'3", 200-pound right-hander getting set to make his 3rd appearance of the 2016 campaign for the Yorkton Cardinals. He enters the game with 1 out and runners on at 2nd and 3rd. Those will be charged to Collins, starter for the Cards. Collins came into this game striking out hitters like it was his job, 18 coming into this game, but he had 2 strikeouts against the Swift Current Indians. Both of those at the expense of 1 hitter as well. So, Bedricki set to work against the top of the order with 2 on and 1 out. His job is to keep the Swift Current Indians off the board here. Tribe lead at 5-0. And they're threatening for more. Top of the order with runners on at 2nd and 3rd. Kyle McDonald at 3rd. Shane Doki at the plate. And Austin Riemann at 2nd. Doki a solo home run to lead things off for Swift Current offensively as he hit that dinger in the bottom of the 1st inning. Statistically, he's 2 for 3. They're going to credit him with a bunt single, whereas I would have scored it an E5. So we'll go with what the official scorekeeper says and say that Shane's 2 for 3. First pitch offering from Bedricki, changeup for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Shane Doki hitting .310 coming into this at bat. First homer of the season came at the bottom of the 1st to put the Tribe on the board 1-0 at the time. Swift has scored 4 more since then. 5-0 they lead it, bottom of the 6th inning. Swift Current Indians pressing for more. Max Bedricki brought in for the Yorkton Cardinals. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as Doki was out in front of that pitch, as he was expecting something with a little bit more heat on it. 1-2 the count. One, two. That's in the dirt. Gets behind the catcher. Runners stay put as that baseball really didn't gravitate too far away from Hunter Hiskey to allow the runners to advance. Men on at 2nd and 3rd. See Kyle McDonald at 3rd base. Well in foul territory, as a good base runner on 3rd should be. 2-2 pitch. Doki reaches, goes opposite field, and that'll bring in at least 1 run. Riemann being sent home as well. Throw is bobbled out in right field. Riemann comes in to score. And Shane Doki with a swing of the bat gives the Swift Current Indians a 7-0 lead as Riemann with his long flowing blonde locks and Kyle McDonald score.
Shortstop number 4, Alec Humphreys.
RBI single to bring in 2, 7-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians here on Full Line Ag. Swift Current Indians baseball. Alec Humphreys to the plate now. 1 down and 1 on. Humphreys with the league's top batting average, .575 coming into this at bat. He's 0 for 2 thus far this game, being hit by a pitch. So the torrid pace that Alec's on, he's due for something here. Unrealistic to expect Alec Humphreys to flirt with a .600 batting average through 48 games, but man, it's been fun to watch thus far through the first 10. 23 hits coming into this one. The next closest in the league in batting average is Bruce Yari for the Okotoks Dogs, who's hitting .448 coming into tonight. Yari with 13 hits on the year. And there's a shot by Humphreys, one hopper to the shortstop, and Humphreys not quite hitting into a double play, so he's going to reach on a fielder's choice. Runner at second is erased as Shane Doki is retired via the 4-6. Wheatley to Rosholt. To take care of Doki, now Nick Poirier to the plate. Nick 2 for 3 with a run scored, as he continues to see the ball well up here in Saskatchewan. Poirier, first pitch to him is going to hit him. So Nick will wear one and trot to first.
Living Sky Casino, the third baseman, number 11, Culver Plant.
Culver Plant, 2 out, 2 on for the big guy. 6'3", 205 pounds. Culver Plant, the big soft-spoken third baseman. Breaking pitch for strike one. Looked like a slider out of the hand of Bedricki. 0-1 the count to Plant. Liam Goodall is on deck. Culver represents the number 4 spot in the Swift Current Indians batting order. Fastball just below the strike zone. Well, the Yorkton Cardinals are making friends in Swift Current here. 7-0 they trail. But they're keeping the youngsters entertained over by their dugout. Good on the Cards for keeping it real in someone else's ballpark and making friends with some kids. One-two the count to Culver Plant with 2 away and 2 on here. 7-0 the Tribe lead at 6th inning. Bedricki looks the runner at second. Breaking pitch. Culver Plant checks the swing and goes around, and that'll do it for the Swift Current Indians. They'll strand a couple but score a couple as Shane Doki brings in Kyle McDonald and Austin Riemann. 7-0 Tribe after 6 complete, the top of the 7th, and the Tribe in the field, and everyone's having a fun time here tonight. We'll be back shortly with Full Line Ag Indians Baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Thrifty Car Rental. Cars, trucks, and vans available for rent. Great rates for corporate and personal rentals. Call 306-971-4000. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suite Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
New pitcher for the Swift Current Indians as they're going to deploy Aiden Goodall, the 6'6" righty out of Nanaimo, wearing Cody Hubdestad's number 30. Tribe got a great start out of Luke Wycheck. 6 innings of work. He only allowed 2 hits, struck out 6 and walked 2, facing 23 hitters for the Yorkton Cardinals. So another great start for Luke Wycheck. Swift Current Indians can hang on to the 7-0 lead. Then Wycheck will go 3-0 on the year. and maintain that spotless ERA. Aiden Goodall, this will be his 4th appearance of the year. In his 3 priors, he's worked 6 innings. He's allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. He struck out 6 and walked 3, ERA of 3.0 for Aiden Goodall. Brother Liam playing left field for the Swift Current Indians. Hunter Hiskey at the plate. Count is 0-2. Hiskey swings off and fouls that ball into the night sky and Swift. It's Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action between the Swift Current Indians and the Yorkton Cardinals. 0-2 the count. Hunter Hiskey has struck out and singled, 0 for 2 in his previous trips to the plate. Pitch in the dirt. 1-2 count. Dylan Borman on deck. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Yorkton Cardinals. Aiden Goodall, pitcher for the Swift Current Indians, like his brother Liam, also a former member of the Yorkton Cardinals. As Aiden's fastball is outside. 2-2 the count, 7-0 lead for the Indians. Fly ball, foul ball, Culver Plant down the third base line makes the catch. Hunter Hiskey flies out to the third baseman. Hiskey with the dubious honor of being the beer batter, delights the beer drinking masses in Swift Current. Dylan Borman, 0 for 2 in his previous trips to the plate. Luke Wycheck only allowing 2 hits in his 6 innings of work, so there's a lot of offers in this Yorkton lineup. Shot by Borman, hit deep, hit back, and hit foul. Borman put some giddy up into that baseball, but landed on the wrong side of the foul pole, so a long strike for Aiden Goodall and the Swift Current Indians. 0-1 the count. Goodall. This one straightened out as it's a shot to left field. Borman is going to round first, stay put at first as Liam Goodall gets that ball in.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 3, Chance Wheatley.
Borman singles to left, and that brings Chance Wheatley to the plate. 1 down here, 1 on. Top of the 7th inning, 7-0 lead for the hometown Swift Current Indians. Home game at Mitchell Field. These teams will do the same thing again tomorrow night, 7:05, first pitch, makeup game for last night's rainout between the 2 teams. Tribe with a couple road games coming up this weekend, Saturday night in Regina, Sunday afternoon in Medicine Hat. Medicine Hat Mavericks 10-2 leading the WMBL right now. So that'll be a big test for the Swift Current Indians as Wheatley takes a swing at that high fastball and his bat snaps in the vacant air. 1-2, or 1-1 rather, with 1 away. One pitch. Fly ball. Liam Goodall in left. Makes the catch. 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 17, Caden Rosholt.
Number 9 hitter, Caden Rosholt. Doesn't have number 9 hitter stats, hitting .323 on the year. 0 for 2 in this game. Best batting average on the cards is Rosholt. Fly ball, hit to left field. Liam Goodall, again, makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Yorkton Cardinals as Rosholt flies out to left field. So Yorkton strands a guy. They get 1 hit. Bottom of the 7th coming up. 7-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Full line ag baseball returns after this.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the hearing place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
For the Swift Indians, the left fielder, number 25, Liam Goodall.
Liam Goodall ready to roll for the Swift Current Indians, leading off for the hometown Tribe. 7th inning, bottom of. 7-0 lead for the Indians. Full line ag. Tribe baseball. Ryan Schweitzer calling the balls and strikes and doing my best to keep up with the action here. Goodall gets a bunt down. And that's just not going to go foul. Drew that one to the button as Liam Goodall, a bunt single. That just tiptoed along the third base line.
The right fielder, number 9, Thomas DeBonville.
Thomas DeBonville to the plate now. As Goodall, after that bunt single, a 2-for-4 evening for Liam, the runner at first. Cardinals going back to Bedricki on the mound. Max Bedricki. 0-1 count to DeBonville. Runner on at first is Goodall. Goodall with a stolen base this game. Swift Current Indians are a team with plenty of speed. The stolen base opportunities haven't really presented themselves that much for the Tribe, as they've really been able to get a lot of their runs just by hitting the ball around, not going deep into counts. 3 guys on the team with 3 stolen bases to share a 3-way tie of that. One's on base right now, Liam Goodall at first, Thomas DeBonville at the plate now, and Alec Humphreys also has 3 swiped bags on the year. 1-2 the count. Breaking pitch, ground ball hit to Roshold in short. He flips to Wheatley at second, and Yorkton still unable to turn that double play, so DeBonville will reach on a fielder's choice.
Now batting, the catcher, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Catcher Bodie Cooper. Way back in the first inning, he had that RBI single that brought in 2 runs. 1-for-3 game for Bodie thus far. Runner on at first for him to work with 1 down. So Bodie 1-for-3 with 2 ribbies. Thomas DeBonville at first. First pitch to Cooper. Makes the count 1-0. Here's Dricky. Fastball up. 2-0 to Bodie. Tribe are going to give Kyle McDonald the rest of the night off, as it looks like Reed Fritzke is warming up in the on-deck area. So they'll get the Swift Current product in to have an at-bat. Swing and a miss as Bodie chases after the high fastball. Snap throw to first. And checking in is DeBonville safe. Two and 1 count to Bodie. Runner on at first, 1 down. Fritzke on deck. 2-1. Check swing by Bodie. Did he go around? Negatory, says the field umpire. Count 3-1 to Cooper. High fly ball by Cooper. As that ball exits Mitchell Field, straight south. Bodie goes the distance with Brzicki. 3-2 with one away. Three-two pitch outside. He's going to walk him. Cooper gallops to first.
Now batting, the pinch hitter, number 16, Reed Fritzky.
So Swift Current's Reed Fritzky will get a hack at Max Brzicki and the Yorkton Cardinals. Slider gets away from the catcher. Runners stay put. Triber also going to give Austin and Riemann the rest of the night off as Dalton Wells warms up in the on-deck area as well. So 7-0 the lead. Tribe could say they're calling off the dogs a little bit here. Tribe will host the Yorkton Cardinals again tomorrow night, 7:05. We'll have that game for you online on the Swift Current Indians website and the Tribe YouTube channel as Fritzky gets a piece of that slider and sends it foul. Two and one to Fritzky. The product of the Swift Current minor ball system. His second year with the big team. 2-1, fastball. That's going to get between the legs of the catcher, and runners will stay put on the passed ball. Cooper at first, Thomas de Bonville at second. And I think you can say that the foot is officially off the gas for the Swift Current Indians here. Pinch hitting a couple of their starters. Staying put on passed balls. 7-0 the lead in the seventh. Shot by Fritzky, and that'll be a single the opposite way. Runners will be held. Bases will be loaded for Wells. So Dalton Wells, welcome to the game.
Designated hitter number 1, Dalton Wells.
So Dalton Wells, the young Prairie Baseball Academy player, comes in for the Tribe. Wells 125 on the year, 1 hit, 8 at-bats. 3 RBIs for Wells. He's been hit by a pitch once. So the bases are loaded for the Saskatoon native and Prairie Baseball Academy athlete. Fritzky at first, Cooper at second, Thomas de Bonville at third. 3 RBIs in the young season for Wells. He's got the opportunity for more, but he swings at the high fastball. 0-1 the count. Top of the order, and Shane Doki on deck. 1 away, and the sacks juiced. 7-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians, bottom of the 7th. Max Brzicki on the mound for Yorkton. Wells reaches and hits that baseball into the backstop. 0-2 the count to Dalton. I apologize to Max's family in Bolingbrook, Illinois. I realize every time I've said the pitcher's name, I've pronounced it a different way. Hopefully one of those times I got it right. 0-2 the count. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fastball blown by Wells.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT. see the center fielder, number 6, Shane Doki.
It's the top of the order for the Swift Current Indians and Shane Doki. Doki 3 for 4 with a solo home run, highlight of his game. Infield single and an RBI single that brought in 2. A 3 for 4 night for Shane Doki and 3 ribbies to up his average to 326 on the season. Shane Doki uncharacteristically went 0-for in the Swift Current Indians' last home game against the Weyburn Beavers. Back with a vengeance here tonight, Wednesday night in Swifty. New baseball for Bedricki. Two-0 count to Doki. Bases loaded, 2 away. Bottom of 7. Alec Humphreys on deck. Doki shot to right field. And that is in the glove. And the Tribal strand 3. McFarland with the catch. Doki will fly out to the right fielder. So the Tribe leave 3 on base. 7 innings in the books. Top of the 8th coming up. A 7-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. We'll be back shortly with more Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Simon Auto Sales. Large enough to make a difference, small enough to care. With almost 100 vehicles to choose from, let them show you the Simon Auto Sales difference. One lucky winner will be relaxing this summer on a 2016 pontoon boat and trailer valued at over $40,000 in Upper Creek. From now till June 29th, swipe your Players Club card daily for a chance to qualify every Wednesday at 8. If you're there when your name is drawn, you'll get $500 cash. Grand prize draw Wednesday, June 29th at 8 p.m. Use your game sense.
New pitcher for the Swift Current Indians as they deploy Brody Burnett here in the top of the 8th inning, up 7-0. Tribe got an inning out of Aiden Goodall. 1 inning, 1 hit. No runs, no hits, no strikeouts, no walks. Facing 4 Yorkton Cardinals. Brody Burnett, right-handed pitcher out of Binscarth, Manitoba, coming in. Burnett, 3 appearances, including a start, 8 innings of work on the season. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Struck out 2, hasn't walked anyone yet. 2.25 ERA for Burnett.
Leading off for the Yorkton Cardinals, the center fielder, number 5, Garrett Fort.
Top of the order, and Garrett Fort leading off for the Yorkton Cardinals. Fort 1 for 3 with a single. 256 on the year for Fort. 7-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Ryan Schweitzer with Full Line Ag, Tribe Baseball. Glad you could join us online, whether you're watching the game live or checking it out in the Swift Current Indians archives, where we have all the games from this year and last for your viewing enjoyment. 1-1 the count. Fort, McFarland, Clapperton due up in the top of the 8th for Yorkton. Reed Fritzke in to play first base for the Swift Current Indians. Burnett throwing to Cooper. Fritter at first. Poirier at second. Alec Humphreys at short. Culver Plant is the third baseman. Your outfield is Liam Goodall in left. Shane Doki in center. Right field, Thomas de Bonville. 2-2 the count here. As Burnett, the Manitoban on the team, comes in. 3-2 the count, as Brody's fastball is outside. Burnett is going to walk Fort here.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 14, Daniel McFarland.
Daniel McFarland, 0 for 3 this game. Cardinals is a team with only 3 hits against Swift Current Indians pitching. Check swing. Pass plant. Off the glove of Humphreys. And Garrett Fort, one of the speediest runners in the league, advances to third base. As the Swift Current Indians just couldn't get a fine beat on that baseball. So McFarland at first after a ball that bounced off both the third baseman and shortstop for the Tribe. Nobody out here. Runners on the corners. And the number 3 hitter in Yorkton's lineup, Clapperton at the plate. Clapperton 0 for 2. He did get on base via the E5 his last time up. Two on, nobody out. 7-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Cardinals trying to get on the board here against the Tribe. Brody Burnett throws strike. Head of Clapperton 0-2. Called strike 3 as Burnett has Clapperton's number. Clapperton's not going to go back to the dugout quietly as he's caught looking.
Brody Burnett. Now batting, the left fielder, number 15, Corey Canterbury.
Corey Canterbury to the plate, number 4 hitter in Yorkton's lineup. 0 for 3 tonight. Burnett's first pitch is outside, 1-0. 7-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. They're hoping to keep the Cardinals off the board. 2-0 the count to Canterbury. Luke Wilkinson on deck for the Cards. Two-0 pitch in the dirt, 3-0 the count. Three-0 pitch, fastball for strike 1. Cooper's going to walk the hitter to load the bases as Canterbury takes his base.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 4, Luke Wilkinson.
So the base is loaded and only 1 out for Wilkinson. Wilkinson 0 for 3, striking out twice, coming into this game, a .314 hitter, 5 RBI on the season. Shot by Wilkinson. Hit into left field. Liam Goodall makes the catch. Fort tags up. Throw is just a bit off target, and the Yorkton Cardinals have their first run of the ball game, a sac fly RBI by Wilkinson.
Now batting.
And the score is 7-1.
Beer batter, the catcher, number 7, Hunter Hiskey.
Tribe hoping to preserve the shutout. That won't happen with that run coming across to score. 2 away, 7-1, top of the 8th inning. First pitch is a strike from Burnett to Hunter Hiskey. Hiskey 1 for 3. Cardinals were no hit through 4 1/3. Hiskey had the first single of the game, and he pulls one in foul territory, deep to right. Cardinals warming up Derek Marshall, local product for the Yorkton-based Cardinals. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for the Cards. They'll strand a couple, but they do score one. As the Yorkton Cardinals bust the Swift Current Indians shutout, 7-1 is the score favoring the Tribe, and the Indians will be on the sticks when we return with Full Line Ag Indians baseball.
1 run, no hits.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See them west of the city along Highway 1 and online at fulllineag.com. Consider a staycation with Home Inn Suites Swift Current. With one of the best amenities packages of any Swift Current hotel, you may not want to leave. With a full-service salon and spa on site, you can pamper yourself with an hour or a day of peaceful relaxation. The kids and kids at heart can have a blast sliding down the water slide and soaking in the whirlpool in our sparkling indoor pool. To book your next stay, visit homeinswiftcurrent.ca or call 1-844-BOOK-D3H. Home Inn Suite Swift Current is a proud supporter of the Swift Current Indians and wish them the best of luck this season.
We're back. Full Line Ag, Indians baseball. Derek Marshall's going to come in to pitch for the Yorkton Cardinals. Local product. 5'11", 185-pound righty that throws sidearm. So hello to everyone back in Yorkton watching the local product pitch here. Marshall, 4 appearances, 1 start, 12 1/3 innings of work. He's allowed 17 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. He struck out 3 and walked 7. No games of record for Marshall, ERA of 5.10. And the first hitter he's going to face is a tall task, the league's leader in batting average, Alec Humphreys. Max Bedricki went 1 2/3, 3 hits, struck out 2 and walked 1, facing 10 Swift Current Indians batters. No runs charged to Bedricki. Strike 1 called, 2 and 1 the count to Humphreys. League's leader in batting average. 0 for 3 here, but Humphreys will get his first hit of the game as he singles up the middle. And that'll be hit number 24 on the season for Humphreys, as he continues to lead the league by quite a bit.
Number 3, Nick Poirier.
Nick Poirier. 2 singles, and he's been hit by a pitch tonight. So a 2 for 3 game for Poirier. Poirier actually ahead of Alec Humphreys at the moment in terms of batting average. He's got a .588 average. Now Humphreys, this is his 11th game. This is only Poirier's 4th. So Nick not with the minimum number of at-bats to be considered among the league leaders, but he's been consistent in his first 3, now 4 games with the Swift Current Indians. Alec Humphreys at first. 2-0 count. Poirier gets a piece of that and fouls it towards the backstop. Derek Marshall facing 2-3-4 of the Swift Current Indians. Humphreys, Poirier, Plant in the bottom of the 8th inning. 7-1 the Tribe lead on Full Line Ag Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer happy to bring you the action as Poirier. There's a shot that'll find some vacant grass in the outfield. Another single for the Tribe infielder.
Now batting, sponsored by
And Nick
Lindsay
now 3 for 4 this
the
game.
third baseman, number 11, Culver Plant.
Culver Plant to the plate. As we see Alec Humphrey standing at second base. Nick Poirier at first. Culver Plant, .353 batting average coming into this at bat. He's been impressive in his first few games with the Swift Current Indians. Looking for his first hit of this game, though, Culver is, with 2 on here in the 8th. In front of a pastel-colored sky here in Swift Current at sunset. Plant thought about swinging at that Marshall offering, low and away. Derek Marshall, his first inning of work against the Tribe here as he comes in, his 5th appearance of the season. Sidearm delivery, Plant gets underneath it. Right field, the shot is hit to. And coming in to make the grab is McFarland.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Plant flies out to 9.
Liam Goodall.
Two for 4, Liam Goodall to the plate with a run scored. .283 average on the season now for Liam. Goodall with a 3-run home run was named our Swift Current Indians player of the game on our last webcast Sunday afternoon against the Weyburn Beavers. They call Saskatchewan the land of the living skies, and the skies have certainly come to life after yesterday's storm. Conditions favorable for the purple and majestic sunset tonight. Rain is expected tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, but you should be able to get 9 innings of baseball as the rain is expected to end in the afternoon as that sidearm delivery from Marshall crosses the plate just a few centimeters away from the letters of Liam Goodall. 3-0 count. Thomas de Bonneville is on deck for the Tribe. 7-1 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Their first hitter of the game hit a solo home run. And they had a 4-run first inning. The Indians did. .3-1. Shot by Goodall. Opposite field, hit to right. Back, and that will drop. Rounding third and heading for home is Humphreys. And Liam Goodall with an RBI double that's going to score one. 8-1 lead for the Swift Current Indians.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 9, Thomas de Bonneville.
So Thomas de Bonneville now at the plate. Alec Humphreys comes in to score. Nick Poirier now at third. Bryn Biancalana coming out to offer his pitcher some words of encouragement. So Liam Goodall cashes in a run. Goodall 3 for 5 with an RBI now. De Bonneville's 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Into foul territory towards the first baseman. And the catch is made. Thomas de Bonneville flies out.
Number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Cooper 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies on the game. He had an RBI single that brought in 2 runs as part of that 4-run first inning for the Swift Current Indians. 2 away here and 2 on for Bodie. Bottom of the 8th inning. 8-1 lead for the Swift Current Indians on Full Line Ag, Tribe Baseball. If the Tribe can hang on, and many suspect they will, then that'll improve their record to 9-2 as Bodie tries to time a breaking pitch that's sent foul.
Get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
So 9-2 would keep the Tribe well in first place in the WMBL East Division. Medicine Mavericks were 10-2 out west coming into tonight. Tribe will play them on Sunday. This weekend they'll be in Regina Saturday night. And then a Sunday afternoon game at Athletic Park in Medhat. Great atmosphere and a great park to play in, Athletic Park in Medicine Hat. Once upon a time, Athletic Park, home of a Toronto Blue Jays single A affiliate. Medicine Hat Blue Jays, before becoming the WMBL home of the Medhat Mavericks. Cooper, shot to left field. That'll bring in one and maybe two. Galloping home is Liam Goodall. And Bodie Cooper now with a 4 RBI game for the Swift Current Indians. 10-1 Tribe.
The first baseman, number 16, Reed Fritzky.
Bodie Cooper over at first, all smiles. As he's now 2 for 4 with 4 ribbies on the game. Makes our discussion for full line ag player of the game a little bit more interesting. Cooper with some late RBIs. Fly ball by Reed Fritzky. That ball's not going to get out of the infield. And the catcher, Hunter Hiskey, comes out and makes the catch. So with nobody on, Reed Fritzky will fly out to the catcher. Tribe will put 3 more on the board. Top of the 9th coming up. 9 runs is the deficit for the Yorkton Cardinals. Tribe will be on the field, and they'll be looking to close out the Cards when we return with Indians Baseball. Brought to you by Full Line Ag.
This webcast of Swift Current Indians Baseball is brought to you by Full Line Ag. See the fulllineag.com.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Well, we had some fun. We had a Chase the Ace winner tonight. They'll reseed the Chase the Ace jackpot at $500 for tomorrow night, but Swift Current Indians alum Mike Jarvis ended up winning the pot over $1,000. He drew the Ace of Spades. 5 games into it, that's not how it's supposed to work. We're supposed to get the pot up a little higher than that. But whatever, it's all good. Mike Jarvis, Tribe alum, winning Chase the Ace. Swift Current Indians with a new pitcher here in the top of the 9th as Austin Simakaitis is going to come in and wrap things up for the Swift Current Indians. He'll endeavor to do so in his 4th appearance. He's worked 4 innings, allowing 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. He struck out 1 and walked 1. 0-1 on the year, 4.50. Pitch from Simakaitis is just a bit outside. Simakaitis, breaking pitch for strike 2. Right-handed pitcher Austin Simakaitis out of St. Louis, University of Missouri at St. Louis. That's where he played his school ball. Curveball, and way out in front of that was Dylan Borman leading off for the Cardinals, and that'll be strike 3. Borman, Wheatley, and Caden Rosholt due up for the Cardinals. Their last chance here in the 9th. Our full-line Ag Swift Current Indians player of the game is going to be Luke Wycheck. 6 innings of work, allowing only 2 hits, striking out 6, while only walking 2, and facing 3 Yorkton Cardinal batters. Luke Wycheck, our player of the game, with honorable mentions going to Shane Doakey, 3 for 5 with 3 RBI, including a solo home run. Nick Poirier, 3 for 4. And Bodie Cooper, 2 for 4 with 4 ribbies as well. 2 of those ribbies from Cooper, not quite coming with the game on the line, so that hurt his chances a little bit in the voting process. But a good game for Bodie here nonetheless. Called a good game behind the plate as well, working with Wycheck to help him get player of the game honors here. 6 innings of work, no runs allowed. Luke Wycheck, player of the game. Starting pitcher, who will get the W if the Swift Current Indians can hang on to their 9-run lead here in the top of the 9th. Wheatley at the plate, as in Chance. 0 for 2 with a walk. Austin Simakaitis pitches outside. That'll be a full count now to Wheatley. 3 balls and 2 strikes. They just started the Yorkton Cardinals bus. Curveball outside. Wheatley walks.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 17, Caden Rosholt.
Cardinals shortstop, Caden Rosholt, .313 coming into this at bat. Highest batting average on the Yorkton Cardinals coming into this game. Rosholt 0 for 3. There's 1 down and 1 on here in the top of the 9th. 10-1, the Swift Current Indians lead it. Fastball from Simakaitis, strike 1. Fastball, strike 2. Fastball up, 1 and 2. Shot by Rosholt, left field. Liam Goodall. Catch is made, 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 5, Garrett Fort.
So the last gasp of offensive air for the Yorkton Cardinals at their leadoff hitter, Garrett Fort. Fort 1 for 3 with a run scored. Stole a couple bases in this one as well. And you sense the next pitch in this baseball game may be the last. Strike 1 to Fort. Slider from Simakaitis. 0-1. Fastball just misses inside. 1-1 the count. Juan Pizarro will get the start tomorrow night for the Swift Current Indians when they host the Yorkton Cardinals again. 7:05, we'll have that game for you online and, of course, here at Mitchell Field. Shot by Fort. Into foul territory. Bodie Cooper is under it and makes the catch in foul territory, and that's enough of that. The Swift Current Indians go to 9-2 and take care of the Yorkton Cardinals by a score of 10-1. These two teams will do it again tomorrow. As we mentioned earlier, our full-line Ag Swift Current Indians player of the game is Luke Wycheck. 6 strikeouts in 6 innings, no earned runs, allowing only 2 hits. Luke Wycheck, player of the game. All right, that'll do it for another edition of Full Line Ag Indians Baseball. Back tomorrow night, 7:05, for another match with the Swift Current Indians and the Yorkton Cardinals. We'll see you then. Good night from Mitchell Field.